Live here. All right, what connects first? It says we are streaming to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch. Okay. Says we're on them all. Check this stream on your social platforms. Boom, 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 boom. I think we're connected on all of them. Beautiful. All right, let's get the chat bubble up there. I wish I could move this thing. Let's see here. There we go. All right. There's a way to get the chat feature up. I have to figure that out real quick. I don't do this that often. Let me see. Oh yeah, I definitely don't want to hear myself. Stream settings. Destinations. All right. Let's see. I am just trying to get the chat bubble up here. Oh yeah, definitely. Let's share this. Copy. Let's paste this little bastard in here. Boom. All right, if you are on Facebook, I think especially, you'll see this little chat thing on there. If you click on that, that allows Restream to use your name. So if you talk to me and I don't see your name, then let me know if y'all can hear me. I see several people watching already. Got some people on Facebook, some people on LinkedIn. All right, cool. Just trying to get all the little things tweaked on here real quick. I know there is a way to see my chats on here. I'm just trying to figure it out. As you stare awkwardly while I'm looking. What's studio mode? Nope, we don't need that. We don't need that. All right, I don't know how to do it. There needs to be 2 cops when donut challenge coin, so I can buy one for Father's Day. See, I don't know who just said that. So if you just chatted in the text there, I just posted a link. Click that link and allow Facebook to show who you is, because I don't know who you is. Salud. We're drinking a little smoke wagon tonight. Let's do the full disclosure why I came on here. One, give you updates. If you haven't watched the podcast recently, I have made some changes. I met with a YouTube / podcast guy to try to give me some tweaks and whatnot. Yes, I've definitely had Fireball. So I'm changing a little bit on the format of my YouTube channel specifically. I'm going to start eliminating the long episode on there. I'm just going to take snippets, the best parts, and release those slowly over the week. So you can watch those parts, and hopefully it entices you enough to go over to Apple Podcast or Spotify or any of the other major platforms and listen to it. And maybe after a while, I'll start posting the long episodes again. I haven't made up my mind yet. Still trying to figure it out. My thumbnails on there have changed, trying to kind of give you a quicker synopsis of what it is. I didn't realize that you couldn't read what I was putting in the thumbnails. And the other thing, can you see my name, or can I just be ugly to you anonymously? You can do that. I see my Aunt Patty on there though. Hi, Aunt Patty. So, big love to my Aunt Patty. Patricia Celiberto. That is my father's side before they got off the boat. Italian last name. It's Gilbert now. But yeah, so we're doing that with the YouTube channel. Getting that changed. I keep getting asked, why do you call it 2 cops, 1 donut if you only have 1 cop? Listen, you want the legit reason why? I'm a military cop and I am a civilian cop. I am 2 cops and I eat 1 donut. So there you go. You want the full reason? That is why I have it. Now the secret's out. Now you know. So quit bugging me about that. My cousin Stacy, what up, Dee Dee? She's up here showing some love. I got a long history with Stacy Gillis. She was my, as a little 2-3-year-old kid, loved her. First crush. You know how it is when you're a little kid. And then she just ended up being one of my favorite cousins. She just take me to school. She always had the cool boyfriends, stuff like that. Her big brothers were my big brothers. Played baseball with some of them, all that stuff. You eat more than 1 donut. Stop lying. Do I look like I eat more than 1 donut? You're lucky if you get me to eat any donut. Wise advice on the short snips. Yes, I appreciate that. Again, a lot of you guys, I can't see your names. So if you could click that link, I will post it one more time in the chat. Please use this. It's so much more fun when I can talk to you and know who you are, give you a shout out. You'll see it. It says chat.restream.io/Facebook. Please use that. Allow Restream to use your name. It's not taking any of your data or anything like that. It just, Facebook has a lot of protections on it lately, so I can't see who you are. It just says Facebook user in my chat. That stinks. What else? Oh, okay. Here's me being the little teenage kid again, teenage boy. I need the stupid likes, subscribes, and comments. All right. I'm making a plea. I don't do that very often, but I've been going for 2 years. You guys helped me hit 1,000 subs, which was something I needed to start getting the sponsorship to help support the show. It's really what I needed. And that's what these sponsors want to see. Well, in order to keep these sponsors and keep the show going, because it does cost me monthly out of my own pocket just to keep the show going, I need to show them that the show is constantly growing and growing the type of audience that I would attract anyway. Cops, military, first responders, people that support them, and even the trolls. I love getting the trolls because I've won some of them over. They like get on here, hey, I thought you were full of shit, just trying to be another pig, whatever they want to call you, 5-0. And I've had some say, hey man, I still don't like cops, but at least you're trying. So that's a win in my book. What else can you do? I mean, at least they didn't call me a pig, I guess. But I need that crap. I need you to get one person to subscribe. So whether it's on the YouTube channel, the TikTok, God, I hate doing TikTok, but I do them, all that stuff. So been going 2 years strong. I did take, that 3 months off of doing any of this stuff because I was studying to be a sergeant, to take that test. And for those that didn't watch the podcast, because they're hella long, I get it. I passed the test. I should promote. Just waiting for that to happen. I'm hoping around July. We'll see. Could be longer, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to promote. So I passed. I ended up finishing with a total of 86 out of 100. And I'm glad we put all that time in for the 3 months. So, all right, let me see the chat here. See if people fix what they said. The blue voice. Can you see me now? I see you now, brother. That link doesn't show up in this Facebook chat. Really? Well, that is interesting. I wonder why that is. Let me figure out how to fix that, Brad. Why did I just say Brad? Oh, because you said your name. Oh, you could do that too. You could just type your name in when you say something. I know Brad. We went to high school together. Shoot, Brad, I think you and I have been together since third grade, brother. And I haven't even, this is my first class, so. Brad is, He's my music man. My daughters are both in orchestra. One plays violin, one plays viola. Brad was the band guy, but Brad was unique. He was the band guy, but he was also the jock. So he was kind of that bridge for me. Because I was music, but I did choir, and I only did choir because that's where all the chicks were. And I say chicks, and she was in my class, and I married her. So, it worked. Thanks, Mr. G. And Donut Muncher, Timmy Kane. Oh, TK says you are not full of poop. TK is one of the Air Force's greatest assets we've ever had. When they said somebody chewed nails and Spitfire, TK was that guy. 5'3", but mean as hell. I'm just kidding, TK. I know you're 5'5". Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, what's up, y'all? Process. This is Justin Wilder. What's up, Justin? I see the blue voice on here. Yes, I see you, brother. He's both on YouTube and Facebook. If you all don't know, check out the Blue Voice on Facebook. The Blue Voice is all about post-traumatic stress and things of that nature with police. Let me see, what else do we got down here? So I got the new logo. You guys see that in the background. I really like this logo. I told the lady that did it for me, I said, hey, I still want to kind of stick with my Simpsons theme. I want to kind of still, I'm an 80s kid. I was born in 83. I kind of want to do that, graffiti Simpsons kind of look. And she came up with this, and I didn't even make her do anything different. I was like, just stick with that. I like that. That's cool. So I hope you guys like it. I ordered 50 stickers. So it isn't actually going to be this one that you see in the background. Let me change it for y'all. I'll show you which one it's going to be, actually. Boom. It'll be that one right there. So, actually, let me biggie size that if I can. Let's see. Does that make it any bigger? Oh, no. I destroyed it. There it goes. Let's get it back there. So we did that. Let's see. We got some new sponsors. Insight LPR has been around. That's been one of my traditional ones. Impact is no longer a sponsor, but thanks to you guys, Impact realized there is a big draw for a online market. So what they are doing is they're going to reorganize. They're getting their team together, and they're going to start selling online. Because I know you guys, I really pushed those Hawaiian shirts, and I had a lot of people reach out like, I want one. Well, you can only buy them in store. And I think it showed Impact like, oh crap, we probably should get on the online market. So now they're doing that. I believe. I think that's what's coming down the line, and hopefully once they get set, everything works out, they can start sponsoring the show again. But man, if it wasn't for Impact, I wouldn't be where I'm at. They were one of the first supporters. They helped us get to this point. So big shout out to Impact, and thank you for sticking with me as long as you did. Insight LPR, they're still offering. I think we have a couple LPR cameras left. That's the license plate reader stuff. So if you're an agency out there and you guys don't have one and you're looking to get one, just get a hold of me. I'll get you in contact with them, and we'll try to get you one of those last remaining cameras, including mobile units. I think they're starting to get mobile units going and stuff. So if you're in that license plate reader realm, just know that Insight has really good cameras. I've seen them work. I would say they probably have the best LPR camera out there as far as the tech goes, especially when it comes to night reading. So that's one of my biggest frustrations as a detective, is getting these license plates read at night, and it just looks like a bright blur. You can't actually read the plates. So nighttime reading is important. We just added 2 new sponsors, Finder Software Solutions, and I'm sorry, the next one that hasn't officially come out yet, but Peregrine is coming down the line. So I'll talk about Finder Software Solutions real quick. They didn't ask me to do this. I'm just doing it as a bonus because I'm always happy with getting sponsors that I get behind, like stuff that I actually believe in. So Finder, basically, like if anybody pawns something that's stolen, There's this big database that goes out there. So my detectives and stuff like that, they know what I'm talking about. There's something called Leads Online that we use. It's a tool. Well, this is like that on steroids. So they're upcoming company. They're hungry, and I think they are going to be blowing out their only competition, which I believe is Leads Online. So check them guys out. Sorry to the rest of you guys that don't deal with this stuff. It doesn't really apply to you. I'm still trying to get a whiskey sponsor, so all of my fans or members, oh God, fans, that's so, I don't even like that word. People that enjoy my guests, let's put it that way. The people that enjoy the guests I have on here, because I've had some Navy SEALs. We just had a Marine sniper that I keep promoting the hell out of because Brian is just one of the greatest guys ever. Brian Marin. He actually has his own podcast, and we didn't even really discuss that while he was on. Check out Left of Greg podcast. Really good podcast. I actually had those guys on before. So if you are into like reading human behavior and things of that nature, like they have a very strong argument that even if you are a socially awkward person, like that's one of the traits that are leaving us. This, as technology gets worse and whatnot, social skills are starting to slip with cops. And their argument is, even if you're bad at social cues and stuff like that, if you start to learn human behavior, that can make up that deficit, and it can make cops better because they pick up these social cues and I'm sorry, I shouldn't say social cues, human behaviors before anything bad happens, and they can start handling business before, and they give them the articulation for it. So really cool stuff, really cool science behind it. My Auntie Lisa, love you too. Let me see. I guess I'll talk on YouTube since you're not smart enough to figure out on Facebook. Like, see, finally, one of you fuckers starts to understand me. Yes, I'm not smart enough. I'm trying to figure out this stupid OBS stuff. I know, I'm dumb. Let me see. Yeah, TK retired. We got a bone to pick with you. I'm glad you put this out on public. You started it. How is a man that I work for in the military going to retire and not even tell me that they're retiring? I didn't even get to go to a ceremony, no nothing. That's some bullshit. New logo is dope. Thank you. I appreciate that. My buddy Ward just got here. What'd I miss? You didn't miss much, bud. I'm just talking about it's Matt Brazil. Can you not tell it's me on here? No, I can't because the icon is like tiny. So sorry, bud. MSB 11286. So no, I couldn't tell that was you. Greetings from the East Coast, bro. Awesome. I can't see your name. It says Facebook user. Man, I wish I knew how to get this link to you. You know what? I think I know how. Let me try this. Copy link address. Bear with me for 1 second. So for those that are on my regular Facebook page, that's what I'm going to go to right now. And I'm just going to post the link right on my Facebook page to chat on the live. Use this link so I can see your name. Post. Okay, so if you're listening to me and you want to participate in the chat and I can't see your name, I just did this thing. You're so cute. Oh, thank you, Auntie. All right. So Ward, I'll catch you up real quick, buddy. I got the new logo. We just passed the 2-year mark. When we hit just before we hit that year mark, we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which was great. That was like the big push. That helped me with sponsorships, and that was kind of the argument, or the stupid teenage boy in me when I get on there. Hey, please like, subscribe, comment. Like, I hate saying that, guys. I really do. That's why I don't put these videos out there that often. Because I just feel cheesy. It's not natural for me. So, but we're growing, and I'm getting a lot of people on Facebook. I'm getting a lot of people that comment on things, but it's those those followers and subscribers things that's actually the important numbers. So if we're going to play the numbers game, and I'm going to try to continue to support the show, sponsors are only going to last for so long, and they're going to be like, all right, we appreciate it. We got what we wanted out of your market, and now we're going to leave, which is, it's fair. I understand that. So if I want to get new ones, I have to show that I'm continuously growing. So if you guys could get one person, or if you yourself haven't, I'm going to call out Ray Bush, a guy I work with. He's like, hey, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel. I'm like, bro, I told you about this for over the last 2 years. And he's like, I know, I'm late to the party. Sorry. So I get it. I do. I really do. I watch Rogan's podcast all the time. You guys just saw that post that Rogan just put out. I put it on my page. I'm waiting to see if I get in trouble for that. I tried to put what you're supposed to do, like all the credit. It was his episode and all that stuff. I was just highlighting what he said. So we'll see if that gets taken down. But I thought he made a really good point on the defund the police. And Rogan hasn't always spoke positively of police, but he's very level-headed. I think anyway. It's one of the reasons I started the podcast, because I listen to him all the time. And but the point I was getting to is his podcasts are 3 hours long, and I don't listen to all those. Some I only listen to 15, 20 minutes worth, and then I move on. I'm bored. I go to the next episode. So it does not hurt my feelings that y'all don't listen to the whole thing. I get it. It's exactly why I do what I do. But I just like having these conversations. They're fun. It's fun for me to talk to people within this profession that are on the other side of the profession that have different perspectives on this stuff. So I'm going to keep doing this regardless. To keep it going on a public platform like this, it does cost me money, and I'm not to the point yet where I can feel secure and safe and keep this going on my own. So I need the stupid likes and subscribes as much as I hate to sit here and ask. I feel dumb. I'm going to take a sip of whiskey just for that. Yep, Matt, I can see your name. Keith, I can see your name. Now you should see my wicked piss a name. I had to say that because Keith Hanks is totally from Boston. So, by the way, if you guys don't know, Keith Hanks, unfortunately, is a hose dragger out in the Boston area, I believe. And he is going to be kicking off a podcast. He is all about mental health and wellness and things of that nature. And he gets my personal vouches, even though he's a hose dragger and he chose the wrong line of work. He's a good dude, genuine, and he's a good conversationalist. I did do an episode with him on my podcast, so make sure you check that one out. It's an older episode. We met a while back, but it was a great episode. I enjoyed talking to him so much. I would consider him a personal friend now. So, Facebook user Beantown. Did you do Brent's episode? Nope, I haven't done Brett's episode yet. Yep, Brad, I can see your name now. Cool, the link worked. See, I'm learning. Brazil, talking shit. So what I'd like to see in the comments from anybody interested, what type of guests would you like to see in the future? I've got a whole hell of a lineup. I got Mark Lamb, America's Sheriff. He's going to be coming on the show. I got Fridays with Frank, if any of you are familiar with him. He's out of Pinell County as well. I kind of hit the jackpot with all the Pinell County guys. So I have another Pinell County guy that's going to be on. Go Team Red. So I've got quite that. That's just a few teasers. Let me look at my schedule real quick. I've got a nonprofit called We Back Blue. That was Melissa Roby. I think I got her name pronounced correctly. I have a terrible memory, by the way. I just confirmed that Ray Bush is going to be on. He is a captain. I won't say what department, but we work very close together. And he deals with violent crime. So I want to get him on. I want to discuss like what it's like at that level, because that's, I'm low rung, and a lot of us patrol officers and stuff like that, we talk so much noise about the ivory tower and those that are surrounding it, and all they care about is numbers and stuff. Well, he's one of those guys that looks at the numbers and analyzes and tells you this is where your trends are and stuff like that. A lot of, like what the FBI got famous for. So he's one of those people that is very good at it, and it's a very unique trait because he's very I would get bored. Let's just put it that way. But he doesn't seem to ever lose focus on that mission. So I have a lot of admiration for that because I think it's important. I've used the data that he's got to go catch some serious bad guys. And that gave me the appreciation for that level of work. So I really like that. Let me just real quick. I just noticed this. Can you guys see my... Nope. Oh, that's all in the way. Dang it. I was going to show you my cool new background. It looks very police-like. Maybe if I move it this way, can you see? Nope, that made it worse. What if I do this? Nope, that made it worse. Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, so I got him coming on here. I'd like to see some guests from NYPD and FDNY that responded to... Oh, I did have one. That's cool. Matt, I did have one guy. He does this program called Hey Blue. His name is John. I don't want to butcher his last name. It begins with a V. I'm looking at him at LinkedIn right now. John, I think it's Verdi. Yeah, John Verdi. So John Verdi, bro, he actually was driving home from work in his convertible when he started getting hit by debris from the plane hitting the tower, and he responded and pulled like a crazy 36-hour shit. I mean, to the point where he just passed out from exhaustion. I mean, he talks about it on that. It was phenomenal. And that wasn't even the point of the episode. So I definitely could have him back and we could just talk nothing about that. But no, that's a good call. I've had Tunnels for Towers rep Winky Hicks on here. And Tunnels for Towers basically started. It's a nonprofit. I have it on my website, so you guys can check that out as well. Great nonprofit. 100% of that money goes to 100% of the cause. Which, let me bring that up. If you guys do go to my website and you go to my charities and sponsors page, if it's a charity, they give 100% of that money to 100% of the cause. So the charities that I support are not your typical, like how Wounded Warrior used to be. I think they've fixed that since then, but they had that whole debacle where just a small percentage of the money was actually going to the troops that needed it. So that's something to consider. I have had Captain Kraus on, Ward, but I do want to have him again. I think he'd be a good one. Brad Davis, Donald Trump. I don't have that type of connections, bro. I would love to have him. That'd be awesome. I'd love to have any former president. That'd be great. But with that said, I would keep it non-political. We wouldn't be talking politics. We'd be talking police work, how we can make the criminal justice system better, what's bad about it, what's good about it, and where we see the future going. If you haven't learned my formula by now, that's what I do. We humanize. I talk about your background, where you're from. I encourage anybody else that wants to do a podcast and talk about your niche. This is the formula I use, so I'll put it out there. We humanize, talk about who you are, where you're from, why you got into the line of work you did, maybe some of the psychology behind it. Like me, I got my dad was a cop. I got family that were police. My grandfather was a firefighter. I had several military members in my family, and when we would go to family reunions, guess who everybody wanted to talk to? It was those guys. So I think that was what drove me to a life of some sort of service, whether it would have been police work, firefighter, whatever. So that's the formula for the show. And then I want to talk about what your specialty is in whatever field of work you do. And then what's bad about it, what's good about it, and where the future is. That's it. And then we go down the little rabbit holes as we go, as we sip some whiskey. And the other side of the coin, I know a lot of people are like, dude, all you ever have is cops and firefighters and that. Trust me, I know. It's just really hard to get somebody that is on the other side of the coin, somebody that's committed a felony or somebody that's been treated bad by police. They don't trust you. They don't trust me. I've had some close. You saw the domestic violence episode I did. It took a lot of trust for those ladies to come on here. because they didn't trust cops. They actually had some PTSD just being around cops. So it's hard to get them on the show. I think it's important. To have those conversations. But it's hard for me to get them on here. You guys saw the episode with Aaron Dyson, and then the other one with the guy that was convicted of murder. Oh, I'm blanking on his name. I'm sorry, brother. But he was convicted of murder. He was exonerated. I mean, that's crazy. But he trusted me enough to come on the show. It took some. I had to get Ernest trust. I had to show him all the stuff I've done. He did a little research on me, more power to him. I would have done the same, but it's hard for me to get other people on here, on the other side of the coin, so to speak. Best nonprofit out there, in my opinion, Tunnels for Towers, is what Matt Brazil is talking about. Yeah, it's a good one, man. It is a good one. Don't forget about Brotherhood for the Fallen, though. Brotherhood for the Fallen is also a great one that I am a part of. I know some of those from high school. I might find us a felon. Yeah, I got a lot of felons friends too myself. He said, Keith Hanks said, bro, I got a guy who is NYPD, ESU. I'm going to say emergency service unit on 9/11. Yeah, absolutely. What's crazy about this show now, I have yet to go look for a guest myself. I keep getting networked with great people. So I appreciate it. If you guys have anybody that you're like, oh, this will be a good guest, you want me to hook you up with them? Yes. The answer is always yes. I trust all of you to give me a good guest. I really do. So hook me up. And even if they're a bad guest, it's going to be interesting. That's part of the thing that I annoy a lot of cops with. That call you get and they're like, oh shit, it's what's his nuts. He's crazy. I don't want to go to that call. I'm the one that gets excited about that call. I'm like, I want to see what kind of crazy shit he's going to say. Like, it's entertainment. I love it. I have fun with that stuff. So there's no such thing as going to be a bad show for me. It may be bad for y'all. I apologize. He said he's a deputy hose dragger now out by me. Hey, I like a guy that can make fun of his own career field. Getting the guest, please, if you can get people to do I would say the YouTube's probably the most important to me personally. If you could get people to like and subscribe to that thing. I don't know if you can like YouTube. That's how little I look into this stuff. I'm trying to learn and get better. But yeah, I'm trying to get subscribers for that thing. I really wanted to double what I was going to get, what I got at the first year. I wanted to get to 2,000. I thought that's a realistic goal. Well, I ain't come even close to that, guys. And I think it's because I made the mistake of not ever asking people to subscribe. Fuck, I guess I'm an idiot. I don't know. I just thought it would naturally happen. But somebody pointed out, well, there's a reason these guys they remind, because I found myself, there's this thing called Think Media. I watch a lot of their stuff to learn how to use this equipment. And I probably watched 20 videos. And then finally it clicked one day. They're like, hey, please, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm like, shit, that makes sense. I keep typing in Think Media. I don't need to do that. I could just have subscribed. So, if you lose interest, you can unsubscribe. I get it. You'll hurt my feelings a little bit, but that's all right. I'll get over it. I'm just kidding, guys. That's okay. What else? What are you guys sipping out there tonight, by the way? Let's get you an interview from prison with Joe Exotic. I would love to do that. I think he charges you, though. I ain't got that kind of money, bro. Let me put this service announcement out there. While I'm thinking about it, the Brotherhood for the Fallen, the Fort Worth chapter, is having a car show. And that is May 27th, I believe. I'm double checking for you right now because I want to make sure I got that right. But if you're not familiar with the Brotherhood for the Fallen, they have several chapters throughout the nation. But basically what they do is they, anytime an officer is killed violently in the line of duty, so they get shot, they, get hit by a car when the officer's trying to throw stop sticks, things like that. And if they die from that, then we the chapter takes the money that's given to them, uh, gives a check to the surviving family members, and they get to use that money however they see fit. I don't know what you guys know about when an officer, a firefighter, or any of these first responders die in the line of duty. Yes, there is some insurance money there, but I can tell you it's never enough. Not for that family. Once the funeral's done and bills and stuff like that are all caught up, and it's never worth that cost. So anything helps. So I'm 100% of that money goes in. Where I'm at, officers literally donate parts of their paycheck. Like I donate a part of my paycheck weekly to this cause, and that's how we build our money up. And then donations. So this car show that they're having May 27th, and I am looking for the times. I think it's 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. because Texas gets warm. So let me see. I'm looking. Still looking. I just had the flyer and now I can't find it. So double checking. If anybody else knows too, that would help me out tremendously. Oh, here we go. I found it. Yes, May 27th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you want to register a car, it's $25 if you do it before the show, like right now until the day before the show. But if you get there the day of and you got some car you want to enter in, they're giving away prizes and all that. It's $30. So that's only $5 more. It's not that bad. And they're going to have games and fun stuff for your family and all that stuff to do. And it is going to be located at Heritage Church of Christ, 4201 Heritage Trace Parkway. And that's in Fort Worth, Texas. So all of the money that is raised there goes to that cause. So it's pretty cool. Jack Honey. Ooh. Listen, Jack Honey is pretty good. You know, I'm not much of a, I drink all my whiskey neat. Well, I shouldn't say neat. I always have an ice cube in there. But the Jack Honey with Sprite is actually a pretty good refreshing combo. I like it. But it's good by itself. It is good by itself. A little sweet. I got to be in the mood. It's got some sugar in it for sure. I'm having High West American Prairie bourbon. Pick from a club I'm in. I've never heard of that one. That sounds good. I'll pitch in for Joe Exotic interview. I love it. I wonder if there's a way for the chat to pop up on the window. I don't know if there is. What does this do? Let's see what this does. I don't know what I just did, so we're about to find out, y'all. I don't know what this is. I'm learning all this shit as I go. It's kind of fun. Somebody send a message. Let me see if it pops up on this little screen that I got over here to the side. The chat is ready to display message. Somebody send a message. Hey, there we go. Look at me learning shit. I like it. We got to do a live together. Hell yeah, Keith. We definitely do. We talked about it before. We for sure do. Me and Keith can have some pretty good conversations, man. He is an expert on the PTSD stuff, which is crazy to me. Not for you, Keith. That is probably the number one thing requested. I get a lot of like private messages for people like, hey, can you do an episode on this? Hey, I really like that episode. You know, I know this other guy, he did this. And it's always post-traumatic stress related. And then I did one with the guy from New Zealand, where he talked about burnout and what caused him to leave the job. And now he's, on a mission to try to help other cops with burnout and stuff like that. I am missing. God, I am so bad with names. I'm blanking on his name all of a sudden. Let me check. The YouTubes. This is how I remember y'all. I just go to my YouTube channel and then I look. It is Chris Chandler Yates. That's who it was. Very interesting to see the differences between being a cop in New Zealand versus being a cop here in the States. They don't get to carry a gun with them. They get to carry their gun in the trunk of their car, locked up. So then they got to decide when they get there if it meets the standards for them to pull that gun out. Crazy. Keith Hanks says he likes to talk. He's good at talking about burnout, moral injury, or morale injury, PTSD. I don't know if he's announced it yet or not, so I'm not going to say, but I did help him come up with the name for his new podcast he's going to be doing. Pretty proud of it, but I'll let him call that. I have helped so many podcasts. Like, I should just do a consulting thing for people that just want to start a podcast, or a lot of people already have podcasts and they'll just send me messages like, hey, how did you do that? And so I got it from another person's podcast. So, the next thing I'm going to be doing is, okay, so I just learned this. There's a guy out there, Harry Mack. I don't know if any of you guys know him. He's a freestyle rapper. I love watching Harry Mack stuff. One of the number one comments that Harry Mack gets in his little TikTok videos and stuff is how clear and awesome his video is. And I'm like, he's probably got like a $20,000 camera. Well, then I find out there's a big difference between a DSLR camera and the cameras I have, just the camcorders. So a DSLR camera apparently shows this field of depth, and that's why his looks so good. Like this camera that we're looking at right here is also just a regular webcam. It doesn't have any real field of depth. Let me see if that helped. Yeah, that helped a little bit. No, now that made my screen look weird in the background. My light is... There we go. Just trying to get that blaring light from the background to change a little bit. But these DSLR cameras apparently show a better field of depth. I don't know that crap. So I was like, well, maybe one day I can get a DSLR camera. Well, that is going to be the next upgrade. So this camera here is going to be one of those, and we'll see if it improves the look at all. Shows off the Star Wars stuff a little bit more. Matt Brazil said, I'm curious, do you think the PTSD term is thrown around too loosely these days? Asking because of a podcast I recently listened to that had a PTSD expert on it. I don't know. I think it's kind of like that thought of, even bad publicity is good publicity. Bringing awareness to obvious issues is important. With a career field like ours, it's still within the culture of our job that people are still hiding it, still not talking about it, and it's culturally not acceptable in a way, especially when you start talking about having third-party help versus having internal help at your department. That was a point that was brought up by one of the doctors I had on here. I never even thought of that. I personally don't want to go to anybody with any sort of post-traumatic stress issues from somebody that's internal in my department. I'd feel much more comfortable going to a third-party person that doesn't know me, that we can start fresh, and that I know that anything I tell them isn't going back in the department. It's not that I don't trust the internal things. It's just that's a risk, and it may subconsciously keep me from talking about it. So, no, I don't think it's thrown around too loosely. I do think there's always going to be bad outliers that, don't discuss. Sorry, I'm trying to get my video stuff here fit better. It's not working. I was hoping you guys could see this better, but give me 1 second. I'm just trying to, I'm learning as I go, guys. I'm learning. So I'm trying to There we go. That fit the whole screen in there. Now you guys can see what they're saying, I think. Anyway, so no, Matt, I don't think it's thrown around too loosely. I think it's important, whether they're talking about it in a good light or a bad light. Like, it's good that they're talking about it. So, Keith said, I think it can go both ways. I think it is underdiagnosed, but at times thrown around as it can be misunderstood. I agree. I concur, sir. You know, Keith, I would throw you on here live with me, but I don't know how. So we'll have to figure that out in our off time. Try to get that going. I'm totally not going to work tomorrow, so we can stay up late tonight. But yeah, I like the suggestions so far. NYPDS FYND, is that what it is? No. How do you say it? NFYD? No, F. How do you say FDNY? FDNY. That's what it is. I swear I haven't had that much. I haven't even finished this class yet, so. Oh, you know what? I can see how many people are watching. Not a lot. We got somebody's on Twitch. I don't know who's on my Twitch channel. I don't use that thing hardly ever, so I'm surprised somebody is on there. Appreciate that. FDNY. I get it. I don't know why they do it like that. I don't either. Fire Department, New York. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off. Because they're firefighters are dumb. What do you expect? Shots fired. Oh man. Okay, what else do we got? Let me see. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you guys about my other upcoming guest, so you guys have something to look forward to. Let's see here. I'm an idiot. I've got 3 podcasts scheduled for Friday. Derek Maltz. Let's see here. And this will prove to you guys that I don't prep at all, because I'm looking at his thing that he scheduled, and he didn't really put down what we're going to talk about, and I honestly don't remember who he is or how I got connected with him. So that's going to be an interesting start of the podcast. I have Daniel Diaz, 27-year career in rural law enforcement, beginning in 1984. Pretty cool. California, as a deputy sheriff. And then he became an officer-involved shooting in 93, so I'm sure we'll bring that up. And commercial helicopter pilot. Worked trial prep for civil and criminal attorneys. This guy's got a wealth of knowledge with the criminal justice system. Pretty cool. So I'll have him on. And then Brent Tucker. And I believe Brent is my boy from the coffee place, First Responder Coffee Company. And he sent me a free bag of coffee, and I tried it, and it was really good. So I would put it right up there with Black Rifle Coffee. And that's no BS, because I had other coffee sent to me by another person who had kind of a canine theme, and it was okay. It wasn't that good. So when I say that it was good coffee, I really mean it. It was really good. Let's see. I've got a buddy that recently retired battalion chief from FDNY. Was there that day. He's been a good guest at some. Oh, he'd be. I think that's a typo there, Brazil. He's be a good guest at some point. Key said they're special out there. They are special. What else? So yeah, I got those 3 guests coming. That I'm busy Friday, so leave me alone. And then I got John Becker. It's another person. Didn't leave a whole lot of information for him. And then I'm going to be working at the Colonial. So he said, yeah, it is. So sue me. Uh, Other than that, guys, let's see. Again, I want to reiterate this. Please go to my stupid YouTube channel, go to my TikToks, go to my Instagrams, go to all of them. Follow them, like them, say something. Please subscribe to it, please. It really does help. If you know anybody that'd be interested in our sponsors, please reach out to me. I will personally make sure they get a hold of you to try to get you hooked up. Whether that's the license plate reader stuff, whether that is the Finder Solutions, which is it's going to be for cops, guys. That the Finder, that's specifically for cops. It's an investigative tool. So he said, I wouldn't touch TikTok with your, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. I avoided TikTok up until I had the podcast. And then I didn't even get TikTok until I'd been doing the podcast, probably 6 months. So it's just for me, it's a tool to get the message out. Doing the best I can with it. Yeah, I get it, guys. I get it. I tried to avoid it myself, but it really does help get people to come over and check out the podcast. So if you go to it right now, the last video I posted with the Joe Rogan thing, there's a lot of haters on that one. I get the giggles when I watch these anti-cop stuff. They are not happy about the defund the police stuff that Joe Rogan was talking about. Because he was, in full disclosure, I totally did the bait title, Joe Rogan to defund the police. Well, it ain't what you think. Joe Rogan was definitely against defunding the police. So, spoiler alert. It was just really cool to hear. Refreshing. I even put a little thank you there. Maybe Joe Rogan will see it one day. So, I appreciate that. And I'm sure a lot of other cops out there appreciate that. Especially considering where he moved. I think they actually voted to defund the police in Austin. And then the governor stepped in and was like, the fuck? Nope, not on my watch. But, all right, guys. I think I've worn out my welcome. I told you what I jumped on here for. Please. I like the way this little impromptu thing worked out. I appreciate everybody jumping on. Please, again, go to the Twitch, go to the YouTube, go to the LinkedIn. I'm actually getting a pretty big presence in LinkedIn. That surprises me. This is actually going live on LinkedIn, so check that out. Oh, whoa! Before we get way out of control, if you have a real-time crime center and you would like to get more information on real-time crime and how to set one up and all of that stuff, I'm also doing a separate podcast for the National Real-Time Crime Center Association. So check out the nrtcca.org. If you are looking to get started up, any of that, join up, become a member. I promise you it's worth it. If you're not sure, talk to me offline. I will get you guys going on that. It will tell you all about all the technology that's available out there, the best practices, how to do it with just a radio and a computer. I mean, that's really all you need. But it is the future of policing. It is exactly what I'm guiding my career towards when it comes to law enforcement. I am trying to follow down this path and be more involved with that. So please check them out too on LinkedIn. What else? Keith, keep doing your shit, bro. Good stuff. Appreciate it. Get rid of that Detroit hat. Never. I've had this hat. It used to be a lot bluer, I promise you. I've probably had this hat since 2009. I would get rid of it if I could find another one, but I can't find another one. It's a New Era 47. If you guys are used to the fitted hat stuff. But yeah. Anyway, bro, haters gonna hate. Appreciate you guys. Take it easy, and thanks for watching.